ドジャースは連覇した。リッチ・アイゼンはこう言った。LA 最高の選手、大谷翔平だ。レブロンの上だ。クリス・バーノンはこう言った。ベーブ・ルースより上だ。議論の余地はない。そして今、大谷翔平は不可能に挑んでいる。サイ・ヤング賞と首位打者の同時性は自分でも信じられないことを言っている。それが今の大谷翔平だ。大谷翔平のサイ・ヤング、首位打者、実現すると思う。コメントで教えて。チャンネル登録もお忘れなく。
He's big guy. But I mean, he's number 2 on the list and number 1 on the list. You can't deny it. Shohei Ohtani is the number 1 athlete playing in Los Angeles right now. Yeah. His ERA is .76, and he's now hitting 300. And
you're welcome.
He got the night off last night because he was on base 6 times and threw 6 scoreless the night before. It's stupid. It's stupid.
It's pretty stupid.
What he's doing.
It's pretty stupid.
And it's right here in Los Angeles, California.
I think we need one more.
All right, I'm gonna do this.
All right, we'll get one
I'm
more.
gonna do this.
I don't know
because there's a lot of people.
I don't know.
I know there is.
Very top at the NL West, and the Angels are the last team on the very bottom.
So there's a visualization.
There's an actual visual of how far apart these two teams are, and it couldn't it is very representative of the situation of these two franchises, from the front office down to the farm system to the lineups to the success that they've had, and to why the Dodgers were able to get the Angels' greatest player besides Mike Trout that they've had in the last decade in Shohei Ohtani, and immediately win 2 World Series with him. Like, that alone right there, if you look at like one of your star players, it was like, okay, I'm just going to go up the freeway. Oh, this is what it's like to be on a winning franchise and to have success. Like, that's heartbreaking.
Yes, and I quite honestly...
Ohtani, you had him. And you could have, if you had the tools and you had a good front office and you had a strong farm system and you knew what it took to be a winning franchise, if you had all of that, you had him, you got to be looking at it and this whole situation like, God, look what we could have done.
Yeah.
Look what we could. His first 2 years goes and wins back-to-back World Series with the Dodgers.
It's such a tough pill to swallow. And baseball, more so than any other sport, you track what your former players do elsewhere, because baseball is a team sport, but the moments happen individually, right? If Joe Burrow decides one day I'm going to go play elsewhere and has tons of success, yeah, Bengals fans feel away, but it's also, okay, well, who's the receiver he's throwing to? What defense does he have? What's the environment? Is he playing in a dome? Maybe that's why his stats are better, right? Baseball, there is a direct correlation regarding, well, if he was doing that here, why weren't we able to have that same amount? It just stings so much more in baseball.
Immediate success.
Wasted no time.
Immediate.
Yeah, it's
back-to-back World Series champs.
8 years, 7 years, something like that.
Oh, don't make me do math when I don't have it in front of me.
And unfortunately, didn't have anything to show for it. It just stings so much more in baseball.
I mean, he got a couple MVPs.
Which is great.
Which is wild when you're on, similar to like a Myles Garrett situation going from Cleveland now to the Rams.
But it's true.
It's
accurate. Yeah.
It's true. He's going to be throwing out the first pitch tomorrow at Dodger Stadium. A nice little welcome to LA for
Is he going to look over
Garrett.
at Mike Trout and be like, Mike, it's possible, man. I was stuck in Cleveland forever.
Oh, I thought you meant to ask. I was like, why wouldn't he ask Ohtani?
Oh,
no, you went to like hey, look what I did. You were the face of a franchise.
I'm happy. It's not so bad.
It's still possible if you're into it. You can actually go and win. You deserve to win a playoff game.
Yeah.
You deserve to win a playoff game.
That's why Myles Garrett is throwing out the first pitch. It's not just an introduction to LA. It's a wink wink at Mike Trout. Like, it's not so bad, buddy. It ain't so bad over here.
Yeah, but Mike Trout's already like in Southern California.
He's still...
Ohtani or Wemby? Who impresses? Because you're the one who you watch baseball more than
Ohtani
any
thinks
of us.
crazy. Like,
Ohtani or Wemby? Who is? I guess just you watch it and you're like, who's more impressive?
There is always somebody who's the best basketball player in the world.
Yeah.
Now, in fairness, we haven't seen anybody who who measures this way do these things.
Yeah.
So that's obviously ridiculous. But like we've been playing baseball for longer than we've been playing basketball. And we've had a whole bunch of pitchers and a whole bunch of hitters and decades and decades and decades and centuries, and nobody's done this stuff that he's doing, Shohei. It's like, here's how impressive he is. I try to take the boys every summer to a Mets road game. Let's go see a new ballpark on the road, and we'll go see the Mets, and it's fun. We've done a bunch of them. And this summer, we're going to San Diego. We're going to the Padres Park. We've never been there. But we're not going to see the Mets. I hate the Mets.
I wasn't going to ask you about the Mets.
We're going Padres-Dodgers.
But I saw the Major League standings earlier, and I know why you hate the Mets.
We're going to Padres-Dodgers because
in San Diego?
Yeah.
That's like paradise.
It's going to be.
Yeah, that's well, San Diego. I've never been to San Diego, but I have heard that the closest thing, I have been told Hawaii is paradise, but if there was a second paradise in America, it would be San Diego.
So I'm taking the boys to see Shohei. I want them to see Shohei. So we're going to Dodgers Padres.
They've never seen Shohei, though.
Not
They've never seen Ohtani
I
in
saw
person.
him in person one time.
You did in L.A.
He played for the Angels.
I saw him. So we went out there for Mets Angels.
Yeah.
And we saw Ohtani homered and Mike Trout homered. So the Mets obviously lost, but still you got to see Ohtani homer and Trout homer.
No, you got a memory out of it. No, that's it, because Chris was telling the story about how he took his kids when they went to New York City a couple years ago. They were like, "Oh, the Angels are here.
Yeah,
we're going to go to Yankee Stadium to see and go see Ohtani." Like that's the level that he is. Baseball has a player that does that. The Yankees do that as a team. Like you go see the Yankees or like Cubs fans.
But the point you're getting to, we're there.
Yeah.
Wemby is that, and Ohtani is that. We are watching in two of the biggest sports in this country. We're watching in real time people do things that we didn't used to think was even possible.
Yeah.
A 7'4" guy playing basketball this way is not something we previously imagined until we're seeing it right now. And a baseball player hitting at the level at which Ohtani hits and pitching at the level at which Ohtani hits, we did not think that was possible until we're now watching somebody actually do it.
Used to be that.
I think it's Ohtani too, bro.
It used to be the Babe Ruth thing. Like that's what you always said. It's like Babe Ruth pitched
But
too.
like you realize this guy's better than Babe Ruth.
Yes, and it's like
Babe Ruth did not do certainly the pitching, nothing like this.
No.
And the whole two-way Babe Ruth was like
you threw fastballs and curveballs back then.
But I mean, it didn't even last that long.
No.
It wasn't like a 5-year thing or a 10-year thing.
Right.
It was a very brief period of time where he did both. And even he did not do both to the level at which Ohtani's doing it.
Yeah, I feel like baseball is the hardest thing to do in sports, and I feel like he's the best at it.
He's the best at hitting
He's
a baseball.
the best at hitting a baseball. That's like the hard. I think if you across all sports, that's the hardest thing to do, and he's the best at it. So yeah, I give him the edge.
And it's like he would. I don't even know who the favorites are because we're still super early in the baseball season. It feels like it's only been going on 2 months. We're 2 months into the season.
It's over for me, as far as I'm concerned.
It's over for you.
For
but
you already?
Could this dude win?
I won't even watch a game.
Could he legit win Cy Young and MVP?
Oh yeah.
Like that's a real. If the bat gets going, like I think.
Well, you can win MVP just by being the best pitcher. Period.
Yes, you can. You can.
That's happened. So you throw in he's having a historically, if not unprecedented, very rare pitching season. Anything you get from the bat is bonus. This is the argument I made for Wemby for MVP in the regular season.
Yeah.
Like SGA, instead of having a second straight, I thought it should be Wemby because we can measure the traditional stats and all the points and rebounds and assists and block, all that stuff. But ultimately, like Wemby said, there are two sides of the court, and he's literally the best in the world, not even close second, better than everybody on that side of the court. So if he's even comparable to everybody, the best on this side of the court, how is he not the most valuable? And Ohtani, same argument. You can give MVP to just a hitter who's awesome and to just a pitcher who's awesome. But what do you do when you got one person who is awesome at both? You just keep dumping MVPs on top of them until they're done.
Until they're done.
Because if you're trying to do it the right way.
How many has he got? 4? 3?
I think 3.
3.
But if you're trying to do it the right way, like what is more valuable than a guy who can win you a game with his bat? Any game, he could win it with his bat. Or any game, he could win 1-0 with his arm. What's more valuable than that? Nothing.
Once it starts to click, it's the Mookie Betts of old, and the offense starts pouring in. Now, Jerry, one of the big hot topics in Dodgers land right now is the use of Shohei Ohtani, the pursuit of the Cy Young. Dave Roberts was asked about it after Shohei's last start, where, hey, do you leave him out there for an extra inning so he can qualify for the leaderboard, so he can chase guys like Christopher Sanchez and Jacob Mizorowski and Paul Skeens is getting it going. Do you think that this is a conversation where you save Shohei from himself, knowing that you're playing for October? Or do you think there's going to be this constant communication where if they feel like he has a realistic chance of winning this thing, you might leave him out there for an extra inning or two if he's efficient and the opportunity presents itself?
Well, I think it's a conversation you have, how he's feeling. I think also you watch how the game is going when he's pitching. Is he laboring through those 5-6 innings? Or is he on cruise control? If he's on cruise control, you may go out and give him that extra inning, may give him that 7th inning if he's efficient and he hasn't labored. If you look at his previous start, I know he had 6 no-hit innings. The walk rate was up that game. He hit a batter as well. The control was not there. He labored through those 6 innings. So probably for him, it felt like he threw 9 innings. But if he goes out there and gives 5-6 strong innings and he's on cruise control, you may ask him, hey, how you feeling? Man, I feel great. Let me go out there. And you give him that 7th inning. So it's always constant communication, always monitoring him and how he feels. So I talked to pitchers when I played. They'd be out there 8, 9 innings. Sometimes it would close out the game 9 strong innings like Clayton Kershaw. He was on cruise control all game. He could have gone another 2 or 3 innings. Or he labored through those 6 or 7 innings. So it's that constant communication you got to have with your pitchers, especially a guy like Shohei Ohtani, who's our best hitter as well. Especially a guy like Shohei Ohtani, who's our best hitter as well.
Exactly. I mean, he's your best hitter. He's been your best pitcher this year. He has made it known that he does want to pursue that award. And I don't think, for me, that gets in the way of what the Dodgers ultimately want to do and win a 3rd World Series. But just curious, what do you think those conversations are like with Shohei and Dave Roberts, the organization? Does it feel to you that there's a complete lockstep about the plan? Do you think Shohei maybe is pushing to make sure he gets those opportunities?
I don't want to speak for management or Dave Roberts or Show. I don't. But I think maybe the conversation hasn't been had. It's just been known. I mean, we see it. We know he wants to pursue it. I think you give him that opportunity. Now, you're not going to give him that opportunity to hurt your chances of winning another ring. And Shohei is not going to do that. He wants to win. He talks about it all the time. He wants to win rings, plural. Mookie talked about it, rings, plural. But if he's going down the road, continue pursuing, which is nothing wrong with that because he's giving us a chance to win every time he takes the mound, you give him that opportunity down the road. So listen, I think and I said earlier, I think right now, if it were to end, I think he wins the award, the Cy Young, but we're in early June. This is a conversation you really have sometime in mid-August, late August, early September. Okay, now is he within striking distance? We're going to allow him that opportunity if he's there, top 2, top 3. But there's still a lot of baseball to be played. But I love the fact that he's hunting this award because obviously it's not affecting his play. He's played even better. He swung the bat. He's over 300 now. And I was talking to Nomar about this last night and John Hartong. Can you imagine come September, he's in the pursuit of the Cy Young and also has a chance to win the batting title? Think about that for a second. Has a chance to win the batting title and also has a chance to win the Cy Young. That would be absolutely insane.
When I started this podcast, that is wild because it'd be wild if he found the batting title on a year that he was trying to win a Cy Young, because that is one of those awards where you haven't gotten it. You haven't got that award yet. And we know it feels like that somehow, some way, when it's all said and done, he's going to have every single award. And you got guys like Brandon Marsh in 333, Otto Lopez 332, Luis Arias 325. But we know Shohei Ohtani, when he's locked in, his stats can go insane. I was saying the other day that Shohei's really the player where just the phenomenon of him is not based on his stats. It's based on disbelief, right? And just how much you just can't believe it. And I feel like that is just another example that you point that out. It's like, how's it even possible, right? But
so last year, I think Trey Turner won the batting title last year at 304.
304, okay.
Remember, this is the National League. There's no Tony Gwynn, right? There's no Wade Boggs. There's no Ichiro. Guys aren't going to hit 330, 350. You know what I'm saying? Nomar Garciaparra hit 372. because that was a bat-to-ball skill era. That's what we always strive for. Now it's more slug, and I don't care if I strike out. So it's a different era, okay? So if he hits 310, you don't think Shohei is capable of hitting 310? I think that might win the batting title. So he's not up against Tony Gwynn. You know what I'm saying? So again, if he wins the batting title and is in the hunt for Cy Young, I mean, I can't believe I'm even saying this.
Yeah,
ここまで見てくれたあなた、本当にありがとう。この動画が少しでも面白かったら、コメントで意見を聞かせてください。そして高評価、シェア、チャンネル登録も忘れずに、次の動画でまた一緒に野球の熱狂を味わいましょう。